kwethu umkamlungu omhlophe qwa from A Life Worth Mentioning TV. Namhlanje sivakashimenywe uDr. Velo kwi-event yakhe. She is going to introduce herself and tell us ukuthi sizofunani namhlanje. Dr. Velo, thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
I am Dr. Velo Govender. I'm an individual and family therapist. And today we're actually here to celebrate.
Dr. Velo, I know you on a personal level, but I would like for my viewers as well to know your passion. Please, can you just briefly share your passion for healing?
You know, being a woman in today's society, I think the focus is so much on our careers and trying to maintain your families. And we actually forget about ourselves. And that is why today we're here. Say it's time to take time for us. That is why I themed it on mental and digital detox program. So we need to take some deep breaths in and take it all in, because we focus so much on everything else, as I mentioned, that we forget about us and ourselves. And what is it? It doesn't have to be, extensive or fancy spa days, but just coming together or just taking a moment in your home or outside your yard can actually make such a difference to your mental health. And I think for me that's important. So yeah, that's what it's about.
Thank you so much.
Progress and discuss ways to continue empowering each other. This year's celebration reminds us that financial empowerment is key to true gender equality. Around the world, women are driving change, leading businesses, managing households, and making critical financial decisions. Yet, we know that many women still face barriers when it comes to financial literacy, access to banking, and investment opportunities. Financial independence is not just about money. It's about freedom, confidence, and security. When women have control over their finances, they can shape their future, support their families, and contribute more meaningfully to our economy. Studies show that women reinvest up to 90% of their income into their families and communities, fostering generational wealth and long-term prosperity.
Smile on my face, and if I'm shining again, and I'm able to walk again in public with a smile on my face and feel good every day, it's because of Dr. Velo Govender.
Estee Lauder in the house to give our ladies a little extra touch of beauty, which for me is so important. So we have Kirshni as one of the managers from Estee Lauder that's joining us today. And it's always been with me in and we do a lot of work with women as well from the non-government sector. And Kesh comes in to also give them a little bit of extra makeup and a personal touch so that they feel good as well. So also reaching out to our communities that really don't have, are unable to get to Estee Lauder, but she takes the time to go out to these ladies. So, Keshi, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
and looking forward to getting all made off today. It's about trying to make normal in an abnormal situation. And that's what it's about, because you still want to enjoy, you still want to, and you take your kid out, he's screaming, and you looks, but then do you stop going out? You know what I mean? And then how else can we give them some sanity as well as parents? So I try normally to work with the ladies as well. So, those are some of the projects that we're involved in. But 2017, I decided to do a PhD in the social work field. Why? I have no idea. But at that point, when you're in academics, you just get roped into it. So I took it on, and lo and behold, as soon as I received my ethical clearance, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. I was actually driving with my pharmacy in my car. And then prior to that, I had suffered severe high blood pressure and those kind of... So doctor was treating me for high blood pressure, basically. And when I got to the doctor, my husband noticed my eye was closing. And that's looking... I think we need to get a CT scan done immediately. So we got into the hospital, have it done. Surgeon walks in. There's a massive tumor. It needs to be surgically removed. And I'm like, doctor, no, I've got so much going on, work. And my daughter then, just to leave, was... in her first year at university, and they just set a date for her dance art engagement. So she was an Indian dancer, Bharatanatyam, and in 2 weeks' time was her graduation. And I've got this big function, and I'm saying to doctor, to host in 2 weeks' time, the guests are being invited. He says, you won't make it in a week's time. I can't believe you were walking and talking. And just like that, I went into surgery, had the tumor removed. And it was sad because when I got out, I suffered severe post-operative complications. My eye refused to close. I lost my speech, my whole face went one side, like I have a Bell's palsy. properly. And yeah, so I couldn't speak. I ended up going to physio every single day on my face, speech therapy, short-term memory loss. It was awful. It was awful. And there's no way to really explain. There's no words really out there to explain how challenging this moment was. And nobody in their lives prepares for something like this. No matter how much of planning, I'm a planning person. Nothing prepares you for something like this. So we come out of hospital, we go for therapy every day. And it was challenging, your family. And I was the type of woman that did everything. I had my dad who was recovering from cancer as well at that point. So I was actually taking care of him. But at that point, everybody had to look after me. And it was that moment where you realize, we want to be the superwoman. We want to do everything. And I realized then, why do we have to wait for tragedy to strike before we ask for help? Why do we wait for something really, really bad? So, whether from a professional capacity, on a personal, just to be able to get somebody to do something to you so that you can just minimize the stress. Because we're not living in the stress society. It's stress, 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 stress. But at that point, you take back and whoever wants to cook, please do that, by all means, because you needed the help. So whoever's kids were going, whoever doing the shopping, my husband, even my God became never ever enter the kitchen. But you have to do what you have to do to manage. We manage the household. And what is it doing to our mental health is what matters. And I think it's time to take some cognizance of this and what is it that we can do in order to find and create a balance, resonate with the event that I'm actually planning. So Kogi, thank you so much for being here so last minute and joining us for today. Kogi, please stand up.